So today I want to talk about a topic that a lot of people have been asking me. If their shoe went down in price from investing into it, should they sell the shoe or should they continue to hold it? And what do you do in this situation? A big mistake that I see a lot of people do is that when they buy a shoe and say it goes down in price by like $50, let's give you guys an example like the bread toe, right? That shoe went from like 180-ish to now 150. It went down in price because of all these restocks. And what do you do in that situation? Because I think a lot of people think that StockX is what determines market. So if the shoe went down in price, that's what they're gonna base their pricing off of and sell them off and take a loss. Do not do that. With sneakers, this is the best part about sneakers, where it's not like stocks where like that's literally the price that you have to sell it at. Sneakers are not like that. There's a lot of different avenues where, let's say you invested into the bread toe Jordan 1, right? So as we can see, market's like 150, 130, 140, and that's what most people would base market off of. And that's why they would lose money in some cases if they don't want to hold it anymore. The alternative thing you can do is simply just consign them if you want to get rid of them. Let me give you guys an example. This is probably like a more popular recent example of consignment shop, Stadium Goods. Mind you, there are thousands of consignment shops, whether it be local or in big cities like New York, LA, some in Miami. The only thing you have to do is just find one that's either near you or that works best for you that will give you a high return. So let's look up bread toe on Stadium Goods, for instance. Let's just say a size 13 and let's say 1, no flaws. And it gives you a pre-approved range of where you can list it anywhere from 195 to 215. Now let's say we're in bread toes for like 180 or something. Let's say we bought pairs for 180. And the pre-approved range is 195 to 215. Let's see what the return would be. Submit item, right? The price that we listed at is 210. StockX is 130 to 140. But a lot of these consignment shops will take a certain fee. So let's go on Google, Stadium Goods consignment fee, 20%. So 20% of 210, 20% of 210 I think is like $40 or something like that. After they take the fee, you'd be getting about $170 per pair. That's a way bigger return than you'd be getting either like selling them locally or through StockX or some other site that gives you a low return. And so as we can see, StockX is like 130, 140. After that fee, you're down to like 120, if not lower. And so just selling on a platform like Stadium Goods or a local consignment shop or something like that where you can list for higher and their clientele is different. Their clientele are people that want the shoe now. And that's what consignment is that they want the shoe now. That's why they have the shoe in their warehouse or where in their store or whatever. And when somebody comes in to buy a shoe, they pay the premium because like I said, they want it now. Whereas StockX, they have to wait like 2 weeks to actually get the shoe. That's why you can get more money off of sites like this. One thing to keep in mind though, is that let's say that you bought into some holds that, like I said, didn't go up in price as much or are pretty stagnant, and you want to move them on some consignment shop like Stadium Goods. Typically, it will take longer for them to sell because you are selling, like I said, you are selling at a higher price. And so that's probably my biggest advice I could give is that if you bought into a shoe for a hold and it went down in price, you don't need to lose money. That's the thing about sneakers, like I said in the beginning, it's a safe investment. Even if the shoe goes down in price, which does happen because if every shoe went up in price, we'd all just be rich. But that's not the case. So oftentimes some shoes will go down in price because of Nike just restocking them a bunch of times. They did that with the Pandas as well, which killed my investment. They do that with a lot of shoes and that's out of our control, unfortunately. If they didn't restock the shoes, they would go up in price. But now that there's more pairs on the market, there's too much supply than there is demand. And so people have to lower their prices on certain platforms to sell their pairs. But like I said, you don't have to do that. If you have pairs, find a local consignment shop or a bigger one and send them out and you will see sales and you won't lose money. You can always either break even or make some money if a hold went down, so never worry about that. I wanna make a video on essentially like a recession-proof method of reselling, something that I've been putting together because it will be very profitable if there is an actual recession. So throw this video a big thumbs up, and I will get that video to you guys ASAP. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.